From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Starting on the mound in this one, Blake Snell. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport, Singing.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Okay, all set to go. Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. And we're underway in this interleague matchup.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Langford went deep in his most recent game.
Low outside. Circle change. Low outside. Circle change. Low outside.
And it's even up.
Down.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and they get the out. And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. And one to watch, of course, their 3-hole hitter, Brandon Nimmo.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy's always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail.
Four-seam fastball.
When he steps in the box,
inside.
His success rate is really high.
Corey Seager stands in now and watches strike
fastball.
one.
Low inside. Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Foul ball.
Slurve. Low outside.
And they'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside. Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Four-seam
Just
fastball.
underway. Crowd getting
Low
settled
outside.
here at Dodger Stadium. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays
Circle
in the zone
change.
for a long time.
Low
Gives him the
middle.
ability to foul off tough pitches.
Just
Ball,
missed.
inside.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just
Four-seam
missed.
fastball.
I think it froze
Low
him.
inside.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Quick start here this evening. 2 out. Top of the first.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their
Four-seam
outs as
fastball.
difficult as that
High
one. Those
inside.
grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. That one ripped, but foul.
Slurve. Low outside.
2 down, nobody on.
That's a ball.
Nimmo with some impressive production lately.
Slurve. Low
You don't
outside.
stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Slurve. Middle outside.
The 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the mound for Texas in this one, Mackenzie Gore. What should we keep an eye on here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Will Smith, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Popped up. Seager settles underneath it. One away. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we check out the guy in the 7th spot, Andy Pages.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. Oh, and he lost the handle on that one. Now he breaks his bat. Gets it to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away.
Got to feel pretty good for the pitcher. Absolutely sawed him off. Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the ball.
2 down, bases empty. So now it's Freddie Freeman. He was 0 for 4 in Wednesday's game. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Batting fourth, left fielder, Teoscar.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. He was late there, strike one. Line to the left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Batting fifth, shortstop.
Here's Mookie to hit. Ground ball up the middle. What a stop. What a play. Inning over. Scoreless after 1. Back here at Chavez Ravine. New inning getting started. Jake Burger stepping in for the Rangers.
Slider. Middle outside.
There's a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like
Middle
this.
inside.
Next offering misses, and the count is 1-1. Dave Lawrence behind the plate today. Consistent and pretty accurate with the balls and strikes.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, Boog, that just keeps the game moving. Nothing overly unique about the strike zone that he calls, and as a result, he's appreciated by both sides.
On the outside corner, that's strike two.
Slurve.
What about some
Middle
no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name, and that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Now all even up. Slides for the stop. Fires to first. And that's a great play for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Here's Josh Young.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
No, inside.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. No score here in the second.
High inside. Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
That's a strike.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Swing and a miss.
Slurve. Low inside. Slurve. Low inside.
2-2 now. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Into second, and he's got it doubled.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Pickoff throw. Young dives back in safely.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
At the plate, Sam Haggerty. Close but called a ball. And that's ball one. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that one did find the strike zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. The Rangers looking to strike first here at the top of the second.
Nope, that's inside.
Slurve. Middle outside.
That's a ball.
Circle change. Low middle.
And there's
That's
a ball.
ball three.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
On the corner for a strike.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Circle change. Middle outside.
And ball four, two aboard.
Batting seventh, catcher Danny Jansen.
Four-seam
First and second, one out.
Low inside.
Danny Jansen digs in now. In the air to left center. Pajes has a beat on it. He's got it.
Batting 8, second baseman Josh Smith.
2 aboard, 2 outs. And now Josh Smith.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a
Four-seam
left-handed
fastball.
pitcher. What you
Low
tell
outside.
yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Ball inside.
4-seam fastball. Low inside.
That pitch in for a strike. And 1-1.
4-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Late swing, foul to the left.
Circle
The
change.
Rangers with a
Low
chance to
inside.
score first here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, needed a big strikeout to get out of danger. Turned to the deception of that changeup. Great execution. Really sold it with the arm speed. Had his opponent way out on that front foot.
Back here at Dodger
Leading
Stadium,
off for
bottom
the
of the
Dodgers,
second, Kyle Tucker
fielder,
steps to the plate for the
Kyle
Dodgers.
Tucker.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Tucker, in his 7th season, batting 6th in today's lineup. And he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Took the extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages, working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Andy Pappas, the next to hit. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. There's a ball. Thrower bounces in and he's safe. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
Well, maybe he thought he should have gone for a triple instead of a double and just decided, I'm going to take third this way. Definitely using his legs to his advantage right here.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And he'll challenge that called strike. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Grounder off the pitcher. Tucker scores. Not in time, and he reaches safely. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
No outs, runner at first. Next to hit, Tommy Edman.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment, or players are going to be running all game.
Man at second. Runner goes again. Pitch is low. Throw to third, and he's in there easily.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out that far. When you don't have a good thrower behind the plate, he's going to steal third almost standing up. That's a really good job of being aggressive by the base runner.
On the ground to the left. Fires across the diamond. Run scores, and that makes it 2-0 as they get the out. Muncy digs in.
Third baseman, Matt
Muncy launched a homer in his most recent game. Up the middle. Slings to first. They get the out on Muncy.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. And up to the plate is Will Smith. First round pick out of Louisville in 2016. Yeah, that's fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And that's in for a strike. Now he's challenging the called strike. So the call will stand. So that removes their last challenge. Fly ball down the line. Langford on his way over. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. But 2 runs. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers.
Slurve. Middle inside.
Peterson just got a piece of it.
Slurve. Middle inside.
And that one fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Up next for the Rangers, left fielder Wyatt
And here's a look
Langford.
at how he's using his pitches in this one. So the Rangers batting order turns over. Wyatt Langford getting ready to
Circle
hit.
change.
0 for 1. He grounded
Low
out in his
inside.
first at bat.
Circle change. Low inside.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Slider. Middle outside.
Laser. Could be extra bases. They're still chasing it as he rounds second.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now
Four-seam
it's Corey
fastball.
Seager.
High
His
in.
first at bat was a strikeout. And now time is called as there's a visit to the mound. Just talking things over. Nobody getting loose out in the pen. So a little consultation.
Inside. Slurve. Middle outside.
Ball that's outside.
Four-seam
One away
fastball.
with a runner at
Low
third.
inside.
We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Feels like the fastball's catching them off guard at
Four-seam
times. They've
fastball.
watched several go
Low
by for
inside.
strikes, and they're still not attacking them for some reason.
On the ground, right side. Handles, throws to first, but they cut it to 1 as the run comes in.
For the Rangers,
Next up for Texas,
Brandon
Brandon Nimmo. He's 0 for 1.
Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
And that's in for a strike.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Ball.
Circle change. Low middle.
Hit on the ground to short. Betts whips it to first. And that is the inning. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Rangers 1. You're watching Dodgers baseball on the show LA. Back here in LA, haven't seen the same dominance we're accustomed to, Singy. It's still early. Let's see if he can get the mojo back.
Yeah, it's a long game, Boog, and he's shown he can grind through outings like this.
Otani stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Way out front for strike 2. Pitch in the dirt, and the count 1-2. Now one missed. And now it's filled up. Struck him out. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there.
Oh, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Swinging a foul out of play. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Outside low. Ball 1. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, that right there is a nasty front door breaking ball. I mean, those are so tough to stay in on and not give up, because out of the hand, it looks like it's almost going to hit you, and then at the last moment, dips over that inside corner. Really nice pitch.
Hernandez now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
And now 1-2. Got him. Dave Lawrence rings him up. Dodgers go back here at Chavez Ravine. Out of the 4th, Jake Berger stepping in for the Rangers.
Well, these Rangers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video, because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Out to center. Pajes settles under this one, brings it in, and there's one down.
Up next for the Rangers, center fielder Sam Haggerty.
So now with 1 away and a man at second. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder Sam Haggerty. Walked his first time. Right through there for a strike.
Circle change. Low middle.
Check on the runner. Berger back in on a dive.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
inside.
That's in.
And now it's even 1-1.
You don't want to get beat. Fastball in.
Low inside.
And he spits on that one.
Circle change. Low inside.
Strike 2.
Circle change. Low outside.
Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Plays it on a bounce, and it deflects away. Around from second is the tying run. Tag, but he's in there.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
One out,
Four-seam fastball.
runner at second.
High middle.
Danny Jansen to hit here.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Ball 1.
Circle change. Low middle.
Pitch misses. Ball 2.
Slurve.
One out and a runner at
Middle
second. Top
outside.
half of inning number 4. Out front, rip foul.
Circle change. Low inside.
Pitch kicks away. To third, tag, save. He's into third of the wild pitch.
Even with a good secondary lead, sometimes it's hard to see just how far that ball's gotten away from the catcher. And if you can make it to third base pretty much standing up, well, that time he seemed to have a pretty good read, gets to third
Four-seam
safely, and now
fastball.
he's just 90 feet away from scoring.
The 3-1. And ball
That's
4, 2
Take your
aboard.
base.
Up next for the
So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Up next for the Rangers, Smith. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Swing and a pop-up. Betts settles under it. And there's 2 down. Here is Jock
Four-seam
Peterson.
fastball.
Went down on strikes his first time through. Late on that fastball.
Four-seam fastball. High. Middle. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
2 on, 2 outs. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Circle change. Low inside.
That missed by a lot. Ball 1.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Definitely got the
Four-seam
hitter
fastball.
conscious of the pitch
High inside.
inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Got it. Swinging for the strikeout. They limit the damage here. Dodgers with a run-scoring double. 2-2 game. Back here at Dodger Stadium, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. A double and a run scored his first time up. The 0-1. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back. That one on its way, and it's gone. Kyle Tucker sends it out. His 4th home run of the season. And that's how they take the lead. It's 3-2.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
One down. Andy Pajas will hit next. The 1-0. Line drive, and that's base hit out into left center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next, for the
Tommy Edman at the
Dodgers,
plate.
second baseman, Tommy Edman.
And the 0-1. Rudder takes off. Pitch misses
ball one.
inside. Save. That's a stolen base. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. Runner at second here, one gone. Runner on the go again. Pitch misses. Bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. And now making 4 stolen bases in the game for him.
I think he surprised everyone in the ballpark, and especially the pitcher. It wasn't a great lead there, but when he took off, I think he caught him off guard. Nice job to get to third.
Just a slow ground ball this time. Slings it across. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Here comes Max Muncy. Grounded out his first time.
Third baseman, Max Muncy.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in, and we're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Ready now for the 5th inning, and now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Wyatt Langford.
Well, these Rangers looking to string together better bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Middle outside.
Splits the plate, 1 and 2.
Slurve. Low. Inside. Slurve. Low inside.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Rangers, shortstop Corey Seager.
Here's Corey Seager.
4-seam fastball. Low middle.
That one finds the corner. It's 0-1.
4-seam
Not what he's
fastball.
looking for there, the
High
0-0
outside.
count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Corey Seager goes deep. His second of the year, and they cut into the lead.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Stepping in, Brandon Nimmo.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
And the lefty with the 0-1. In the air, left field. Hernandez should have this one. 2 down. And now it's Jake Berger to hit. 1 for 2.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Just off the inside edge.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
And that is out of play.
Slurve. Middle inside.
Two down, nobody on. On the ground to third. Muncy sends it to first. And that will end the inning. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now a 4-3 ball game. This is Dodgers baseball on the show, LA. Back here in LA, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. In the air, left field, Langford flying after this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated hitter.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
That one fouled off. The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Ball 1.
Up and in. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Ripped on a line to center. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Freddie Freeman down. And first offering is fouled off.
That's a ball.
Bullpen action for the Rangers. Carter Baumler, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Otañez also getting ready. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And that extends the inning for Teoscar Hernandez.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Runner on the go. Pitch
Off
inside.
Ball 1.
Throw to second. Safe.
Pretty close play on that one. A perfect throw probably gets him. That throw was just a little wide to the third base side of the bag, so he had to reach a little bit to get it. Could have been just enough to make the difference there.
Man on second, 2 down. Runner goes again. Pitching for a strike. He's safe. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out. 1 hit, 1 left. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Josh Young
Leading
stepping
off
in for the Rangers.
Third baseman, Josh Young.
Circle change. Low inside.
First offering way inside, almost got it.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
When you get ahead in the
outside.
count, there's no
Four-seam
doubt that the success
Middle
rate
inside.
goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent
Ball 3.
games.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 3 balls, no strikes.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten
Four-seam
things up a
fastball.
little bit.
Middle center. Four-seam fastball. Middle center.
Here's a 3-0. And there's the automatic.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
In the air, right field. Tucker on the move. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Rangers, center fielder.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Sam Haggerty.
Slurve. Middle outside.
The
Slider.
Rangers
Middle
trailing
outside.
by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
Well, we call that
Four-seam
keyhole.
fastball.
Even though it's
Low
right
middle.
there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Fouled off. He was late.
You could see he was trying to stay
Four-seam
back long
fastball.
enough to handle the
High
off-speed
middle.
pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Caught him looking for the K. He'll challenge. Thought that was a ball. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
The 2-2. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Up next for the Rangers.
That was
Four-seam
Jansen
fastball.
again.
Low middle.
Runner on the go. And it's fouled off.
Circle change. Low outside.
On the ground. And a base hit. Around second, on his way to third. Not in time. The tying run stands at third with 1 out. And a fly ball could knock this one up.
Oh, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Four-seam fastball.
And now
Low outside.
Josh Smith.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Late swing, foul to the left.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
2 on, 1 out.
Nope. Outside.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Could be some action here on this next pitch.
Four-seam
Couple runners
fastball.
on. Probably a
Outside.
challenge pitch coming.
That clips the zone. 2 and 2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and
Fastball
third.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Jock Peterson
Four-seam
in the
fastball.
on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3 and 2. Payoff pitch. He fouls it off. We'll do it again.
Circle change. Low middle.
And they're all loaded up.
Up next for the
Here's Jack Peterson. Golden opportunity right here. Ball 1, no strikes.
Circle
Maybe
change.
losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Way high there. And
Four-seam
that's ball 2.
fastball.
Look, in
Middle
situations
inside.
like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
2-2 now. Got him looking. Huge strikeout there.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Now the left
Four-seam
fielder,
fastball.
Wyatt Langford.
High outside.
Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Line to right, base hit. 1 runs in. The throw home. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
It's a clutch at bat, and could be
Four-seam
one of the
fastball.
biggest ones of the game as they jump ahead by 1. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
It appears Dave
High middle.
Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Blake Snell departs, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for the
Pitching
Dodgers,
change here, Jack Dreyer.
86.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Slider. Low middle.
And here's Corey Seager to hit. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. Still 2 challenges left for them.
Slider. Middle inside.
2 outs.
Oh, that's it.
Slider. Middle inside.
In the dirt. No advance on the bases, but it's 3-0 now. The pitch is upstairs, ball 4, and they're loaded. Now it's the right fielder, Brandon Nimmo. And that one is lifted in the air. Tucker going back on this one. And that's the 3rd out. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. We go to the bottom half of inning number. Back here at Chavez Ravine. He's been nearly unhittable coming in, but today they've got his number, Chris.
Yeah, they've been spamming him with calls, Boo. This one's been more survival than dominance.
Should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Mackenzie Gore done for the night. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching for Texas.
Taking over on the mound for the Rangers, Carter Baumler.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base, so he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. The run scores from second. It's an RBI single. It's 5-5.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Go ahead, run on base. Andy Pajas now at the plate. And that one fouled off. That catches the corner. Movement in the bullpen. Cole Winn, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. The Dodgers with the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th. There goes Tucker. Pitch is high. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. The 1-2. Runner goes again. Pitch is low. Go to third. Safe. It wasn't close. And misses. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count off at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Line and a base hit into right. Tucker scores. It's an RBI single. They've got the lead 6-5.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out flying, ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
1 out man at first. Max Muncy, the next to hit. Baumler checks over to first, and he's back. Bounced up the middle. Flips it. There's one. On to first. Safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
For the Dodgers, catcher.
The batter now will be Will Smith. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one upstairs, ball one. Quick move to first, and he's back in easily. Muncy off of first with 2 away. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
Runner at second, 2 down. Runner on the go again. And that one ripped to left. That is the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Rangers 5. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we go to the top of the 7th. Jake Berger stepping in for the Rangers.
Low middle. Slider. Middle outside.
Hey!
4-seam fastball. High outside. 4-seam fastball. High outside.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And fouled off.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look
Slider.
out.
Low outside.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Curveball. Low inside.
Stays alive.
Slider. Low inside.
He gets to it with a slide. Over to first. And they get the out. Big play there to get the leadoff man.
For me, arm strength is the key for that play. Second baseman moving to his right, up in the hole, slides, doesn't have the best footing underneath him, and to be able to make that long throw to first base, that's pretty impressive right there.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. The Dodgers trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Here's the 0-2. He goes down looking.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
Slider.
So
Middle
next to hit for
outside.
Texas, Sam Haggerty. Out to short, bats up with it. That's the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the Rangers. Still a tight ball game. It's 6-5. Back here in L.A., their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. And that one hit to first, and foul ball. Left field. And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for two. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Here is Freddie Freeman. Runner breaks for third. Now that's smacked to right center. Into the dive, and he got it. What a play. Hung up in a rundown now. Dives for the bag. Got him. Double play.
Well, we assume it, but not all double plays are 6-4 threes or something like that.
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. In the air, right field. Nimmo on his way over. Reaching for it and brings it in. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Rangers 5. This is Dodgers baseball on the show, LA. Back here at Chavez Ravine, ready to begin the 8th. Danny Jansen stepping in for the Rangers. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Slider. Middle inside.
Check swing went around, and it's 0-2.
Low middle.
Ball one there.
0-2 count, you got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
To third, and that chance handled. First out in the top of the 8th.
Up next for the Rangers, second baseman Josh Smith.
Josh Smith
Slider.
stepping in for the Rangers.
Low middle. Curveball. Low outside.
And he bunts, but that's a foul ball.
Slider. Middle inside.
Got the bat going too soon and strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Come back there to the mound. In plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Rangers, the designated hitter Jock Peterson.
And the batter now, Jock Peterson. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Slider. Low middle. Slider. Low outside.
2 down, nobody on. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Slider. Middle outside.
The 0-2. Slider misses outside.
Slider.
No signs of wavering on the mound here in the 8th. He's looking rock solid so far.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Not close with that one, and it's 2-2. Swings through it for the catch, and he's gone for the 4th time tonight. Rangers go down quickly there. This one remains close, 6-5. Back here in LA, bottom of the 8th. Mookie Betts steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And first offering is fouled off.
ball. That's
Some activity in
outside.
the bullpen for Texas. Chris Martin preparing to come on if needed. Wynn also throwing. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
In the air to left center. Haggerty under it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder.
Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
This one's smoked on its way out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 7-5.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. Pitchers are taught to keep the ball down so that you don't get hurt, but unfortunately on that one, he made a pretty good pitch in terms of location, but it was just a better swing.
One down. Andy Pappas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Out towards right center field. Nimmo turns to the right on the move. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman, Tommy Edman.
And here comes Tommy Edman. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Inside ball.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Seager drifts towards it, and that is that. Dodgers add 1 to their lead on the solo homer. Last chance coming up here for the Rangers. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we go to the ninth. Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Slider. Low outside.
The 0-2. Broken bat, and it's popped up. He's got it. One down.
Up next for the Rangers, shortstop, Seager.
Seager stands in now. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
Slider. Low outside.
Hit in the air, center field. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Rangers, right fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Last chance now for the Rangers. And now the right fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
Dryer looking for his first save of the year. And there's a foul ball.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
2 down, nobody on. That one pushed foul.
Slider. Middle outside.
And the 0-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Jack Dreyer won't go any further tonight. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Now Jake Berger. Fastball for a strike.
Slider.
The Rangers
Middle
with the
outside.
tying run at the plate here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take it knocks the other way if you can.
0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
The healthy
Slider.
cut. Tough pitch at
Outside.
98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a fun game all the way around. We saw plenty of action. 12 runs total on the board, but a pretty close finish at the end.
A 7-5 final score in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.